The blue thing is back. It's me. I'm the blue thing. It's Fox time, everybody. How are we all doing this morning? You doing good? Hello Godzilla Harris. Hello Red. We love Final Fantasy 16 side quests in this house, correct? Since you guys asked how my day is going. Well, I woke up late. I woke up like an hour before stream. And I ate a bagel with egg and donuts. As you can tell, I am the picture-perfect example of a healthy diet. Currently doing side quests in Final Fantasy 12. Really, what is life if not one big side quest? Don't take that seriously, please. That's a good morning. It is. It is a good morning. What? What do you mean true? I'm not saying anything true, I'm just making stuff up. So, as the title might suggest, this might be a stream where we do only side quests. This might happen to be the side quest stream. It's entirely possible that there is nothing but side quests. No main scenario progression, only side quests. I know this is probably hard to hear from you guys, but unfortunately, there was never a main scenario. Main scenarios don't actually exist there. Myth. They're a lie that's fed to everyone to keep them happy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is how you had to learn this. Anyway, Final Fantasy 16. Only side quests. Best side quests. Close enough text to speech. As per usual. I guess not usual since there's a more. More of a recent thing. I have the Final Fantasy 16 book besides me. Here for whatever we have any questions or we want to find out more about something. And, I'm going to be a bit harsher on myself today. Because I spent a few days last week trying to redeem myself. I feel like it didn't really do a good job fighting last time. So I went into the arcade mode, tried to do as much as I could to shake off the rust, I suppose. So if I get absolutely destroyed today, there is no one to blame but myself. Now with that said, let's get into the video game. So I don't really have any flattering way to put this. This is going to be the filler episode. So just letting you guys know. Again, nothing but side quests. There's probably not going to be anything of importance happening today. So if you guys don't want to watch, don't want to show up, or just plain don't care, I don't blame you. Of course you should stick around because I am the blue thing. And, per my responsibility as the blue thing, I will glue all over the place. I said blue. I will blue all over the place. Close enough text to speech. So last time, we had to beat up. Or, well, we got beaten up. By Barnabas. And rather than rush to, slap him back. Instead, we are going to do very meandering things for the duration of today's stream. Just so you guys know what to expect. So first, we're going to start with plus marks. Those are the most important side quests. You missed that stream. You did, and you lost your fridge because of it. So plus marks are the most important ones to do, since they give us more stuff. And then we do all the ones with the treasure chest icons, as they give us memorabilia. I believe this point in the game is the one with the most side quests. Like after we're through today. It should be somewhat minimal after this, if I'm correct. Which who knows if I'm correct. We all know that me being correct is a very rare occurrence.
Come back. Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk. I wasn't expecting you back, so.
So now that we have the game plan,
You earned this. All done?
and now that we have the talisman of priming, which I will totally use, And also, quickly level up. They have a lot of accessories in this game that I don't really use. I feel like a lot of them are kind of useless. Because a lot of them are just like increase the damage of this specific thing. Or,
Yeah, that should do you.
or something like,
Later. Yeah, that should do you.
reduce the cooldown of this specific thing.
Thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. And?
You like the Final Fantasy XII approach of side quests by not tracking it at all. Okay. For me, I don't really like that. Because like...
How do you...
Well, it might not be an issue for me anymore since I'm actually writing down all the things I have to do in games. But before that I hated it because I wouldn't write down anything. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So like if I stopped playing a game. And like I leave it alone. Or maybe 3 weeks. I'm gonna forget what I was doing. And I'll probably completely forget about whatever side quest it was. That's kind of my issue with some of the older Final Fantasy games and even Kingdom Hearts 1. But enough about that.
Alright, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Yeah, this is just standard procedure at this point.
I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Not saying you hate how 16 or other games do it, but can get overwhelming. That's why you do them gradually. Don't do what I did last time and kind of ignore them for the sake of a, you know, at least like a more entertaining stream. Although for a game like Xenoblade Chronicles X, it can get kind of overwhelming. But the way I look at it is prioritize, right? Try to set like a pipeline for yourself. So again, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, I do all the orange side quests first, since those are the more important ones. Those are the ones that unlock new abilities. And then focus on all of the green ones. You need to get them all cleared out for the world-saving plot continues. No, absolutely do that. But it's just like, pace yourself. You know. You don't want to let them pile up. But you also don't want to, you know. Got like super flustered. So it's better to like kind of plan out how you want to tackle them. You know. That's why for me in this game, I kind of like have a priority system when it comes to side quests. Which, mind you, in the, old version of this game, the important side quests, the one with the treasure icon, they didn't have the treasure icon. But now that they exist, it helps me prioritize. Helps me think, right. The plus icons add new things. The treasure icons give me memorabilia and story, important things. And everything else is everything else.
Bloody hell, Clive.
And kind of tackle them in that order.
Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
How's it going,
Nice ring.
Drew?
Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
He really is.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then?
Might take a small nap.
Zoltan, was it?
Go ahead.
Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Simple enough. I don't know who JB Blonde is. Blonde. It is JV Blonde now. See, where am I going? Okay, I can exit from the south. And go around to the west. Got it. I don't recall. But I'm pretty sure this is the only side quest. Well, I think one of two. That like opens up entirely new zone. Or new part of a zone.
Fly, Ambrosia.
The only other one I think is later into the game. Later than where we are right now. In terms of story progression, we are like, I don't know, 75% of the way there. I've never watched Arcane, so I don't know who they are.
Be safe.
Let's go.
Can I please get to the village without encountering 5,000 enemies? Please. What did I just say? Season 2 was a total letdown, but Season 1 you highly recommend. I'm not really interested in that whole, like, franchise. That's why I never really wanted to watch that. I'm sure it's good, but I'm just not interested.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right.
Hey, this is YouTube, you can't say that.
Don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
I can confirm. This is a village.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Sultan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
That's
There's
debatable.
a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right.
I don't know. Clive is
See what I
kind
can
of.
do.
I appreciate
And
it.
as shy as a person.
It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hi, so, your friend that you probably hate now sent me to talk to you.
Those miserable
He doesn't want to
flames
see his
wouldn't melt
ex.
butter, let alone iron.
You know what? That's fair.
The intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck, we're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
You can't say that this is
We're
YouTube.
never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're
Hey,
struggling to
you
find
know
your
I
way
could
out,
light it on fire.
ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Yeah, I kind of got the concept. Yeah, no wonder those two broke up.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. It's no use. The flames just aren't hot enough.
But you know, I could light the forge for you. I do have the power of fire. Are there any other treasure chests I can open here? Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just seeing what I can steal from you. Hello.
Some things for sale.
Hello.
Certainly. Farewell,
I'll take
traveller.
some potions. I'm pretty sure. That shop has an important accessory later. Fully remember if it's that one, but pretty sure it is.
Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd, Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
You like.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah.
I feel like.
Saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution.
The world is very overly dependent on magic.
Ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way.
Like I don't know anything about blacksmithing and like stocking fires for forges. But,
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the
that
last.
there has to be a way without using magic.
Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This
Clinton
place was your
Steele.
home. I won't abandon it.
Can't they just do it the old-fashioned way?
Sid's creations were never
That's what
meant
I'm
to be
saying.
hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this
Excuse me, Clinton.
be another step on the road to freeing
Flint and
Valencia from
Steel.
the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Easy. I can do that very easily.
Let's go. Run like the
Yeah,
wind.
this just shows that they are way too reliant on magic. That they haven't even considered. Hey, do we even need magic? You know, using crystals or branded.
Be safe.
Oh, hello. Me and Cutie. Why did I excuse me? Why did I go into the air? Sometimes.
Come on.
Sometimes this game does weird things.
This won't be easy. Straight home now.
Oh, okay. I guess you want to kill me too. I was way too early. Oh god, that's a scary ability. But you know what? I have Wizard Santa abilities. He's getting cooked alive. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. Okay, any more interruptions? I just need to find a salamander.
Be safe.
I know I don't have to fight these enemies, but I'm going to anyway. There's our salamander.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Oh no, he's 2 levels higher than me. Oh, what could I possibly do? Took him alive as well on it. Hey Nightlife, how's it going? I'll read what you said in a moment. I'm currently beating up a salamander because he's stinky. Alright, just found out you can in Oblivion Remastered. Not just get to 100 sneak and 100 acrobatics. Oh my god, that's broken.
Decent set of bellows.
Salamander probably deserved it. Oh, it absolutely did.
What's this all about then?
Dunno.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. For everyone
I've only briefly played Oblivion. The original version. I did like what I play. Liked what I played. But I don't know.
Well, I'll be damned.
I just never
I
stuck with
honestly
it.
didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is...
Yeah, you better.
An honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Alright, so, consider. Consider right. We try to hatch a plan to get Blackthorn back with his boyfriend.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pit Gold Cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
The game is also really funny because it allows you to make your own custom class, where you can choose what skills you want to be major and thus get plus 20 proficiency in them. Which why would that matter when you can get 100 sneak before then? Oh, Ouroboros. Okay. So Ouroboros is the best base game equipment. It does get out and done by the DLC equipment. But what do you mean there's new quests? Of course there is. Anyway.
What do you want?
Yeah, the best stuff outside of DLC. We need a false stone tongue, a flawless comet feather. And we need follow a sewing cloth and a flawless flower. I think I know where we get the flower and the feather. You know, I haven't checked the hunt board. Let me see. If we have any hunts we have to do. Yeah, all this stuff from the hunting board. Okay, we can only fight Dread Comet. We might as well do that now just so it's off the list. Okay, it's in the sickle. Where is the sickle? Is it over here? Oh no, over here. I don't remember where exactly though.
Everything's back the way it was.
Fresh silks from the canvas.
Oh yeah, that's actually something I have been neglecting to mention. But just how interconnected everything is like you're saying.
We need someone who can bring the whole town.
Absolutely everything in this game is all related one way or another.
Nothing to report.
Like we just saw, we unlocked the Ouroboros recipes. But in order to get the parts needed for the Ouroboros equipment, we need to do some hunts. But also some of the hunts are locked behind side quests. Some of them can only be done if a side quest is active. Time Stranger continues that. Oh, I hope so. I like how some of the side quests in, Cyber Sleuth was kind of like that. How some of them had some relation to the story. Not all of them, but a good few do. And those are the ones that I happen to enjoy the most. Like the one with the little cat Digimon. If you guys know that one. And he was given a little nickname. You would think that one isn't as important. That's just like filler. But no, it actually has a pretty heartfelt, like storyline to it. That does also tie back into like the main theming of the game.
Come on. Yeah.
Basically just took the good parts of Cyber Sleuth and refined them. Question: when is it releasing on the Switch 2 again?
Don't get surrounded. You deserve a rest.
I'm kind of waiting for it to release on there before I get it. Because I want both of my Digimon games on the same system. Don't ask me why I'm like that, I just am. It just makes me feel better about it. Is it releasing on the Switch too? It is, yeah. It's also releasing on the original Switch. I just don't remember when. I think I have to go down there, right?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
I'll check in a moment. I wanna beat up the evil Chocobo first.
No holding back.
Too soon. Yes, I am telling you, you can time travel to Shinjuku, Japan on the go. That is exactly what I'm saying to you. Okay, let me see. Let me see, when is it coming out? It is coming out. Why is it $90? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I was about to panic for a moment. I think that's for the deluxe edition. Oh my god. No, it's $60 on the Switch too. It's releasing July 10th. Don't worry, that's just the digital deluxe. I never buy deluxe editions, I'm going to be honest. Okay, that's much better. But yeah, it's coming out July 10th on the Switch. Is it available on the Switch One already? Think it is. Okay, back to what I was doing. Finding the evil chocobo. No, I did see the price of the Ultimate Edition. It's like $110. I'm not paying that much. Alright, I'm just beating these guys up out of principle. $120. Oh, that's actually worse. That's actually way worse. Oh no.
Time to fight.
Let's double how much you pay for just the standard edition. I even going the right way.
Straight home now.
It says it's in the sickle.
Ready, go?
Prices are getting really bloated. Well. And what I have. Is that the right way? Maybe. I don't know where I'm going anymore. No, I've been there already. Where is? Hold on, I'm going back to the hideaway. trying to find this stupid bird.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
I did see that,
It's a wonder they can still walk.
Nintendo is lowering the prices of their first-party games on digital. Okay, it says the sickle. That's where I was. That is where I was. Where? In the sickle. Is the thing. That bird is not stupid. It is stupid. The game is just lying to me. It's just lying to me. Is not in the sickle. Probably in the little circle. I already went to that circle. That's where the goblins were. No, I don't trust the game anymore.
No mistakes.
Okay, this is where we find some other on enemy. Whatever text to speech. Where is it?
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to let you guys watch. And see how stupid I am.
Straight home now.
I hate everything right now. But it's fine.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Let's start with projectiles. Yeah. Assuming I don't get utterly destroyed. Crap, missed one. That was not fun.
Poor beast.
But hey, I got the feather. That's something. Okay, back into the hideaway. And back to helping Blackthorn stop being sad.
It's a wonder they can still walk.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area's either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn
That
know?
sounds like a job for me,
I thought it might be better
Clive.
if he didn't.
Final
Don't do
Fantasy.
something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
I think this is the last quest in this quest line. After this, we don't have to do anything else for
Dravost is still
Blackthorn.
standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
I never thought Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be
Hey,
the realm's
hey,
most
listen,
infamous
listen.
outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive.
Yeah, you guys can,
Stuck
like,
my nose in. Short enough on time as it is.
fist fight on top of one of these buildings
Give us
later.
a
I'm
mo,
going to
would ya?
go,
I need to get my
probably
head straight
delete
before
all
any
the
of them
monsters
catch it trying to
outside.
bite it off. You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there.
Ever make shift auto movement and will not be power leveling your
As much as I
athletics.
And if they kill
That
you,
actually reminds me.
You evacuate.
I don't know how
It won't come
viable
to
this
that.
was.
I promise.
But, I remember.
you'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And
I think it was Kingdom
Those
Hearts,
things won't
birthed
fool
by
you.
Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3D. Both of those games had an ability where you could gain experience just by walking. So like a dumb way you could passively gain experience was to just rubber band your controller.
Which one of you's first?
And don't even play the game to level up. Now personally, I tried that. And it didn't really work for me. Specifically with Dream Drop Distance. So instead I would just like constantly go through The Last World and Justice. Beat up everything that I saw. It was actually a very good source of experience. I'll know a scorpion. What am I going to do? So the main thing I've been trying to do for myself, when it comes to life, making sure I don't get absolutely destroyed. It's actually dodging. In the middle of my combos. I've been making a habit to press the dodge button during my combos. Purely for movement. What a novel concept, I know. But I feel it's an important one that's easy to forget.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Remember, everyone. I did it for movement, like genuinely. It's actually okay.
Not getting past me.
When you're in the air, you actually have a lot more free movement than you think. Crap. It's too slow. What was I saying right? You have a lot of free movement in the air. And you actually have a harder time moving around when on the ground. And it's easy to say, oh, just Phoenix, or you Shiva, or what have you. But typically speaking, that's not always going to be available to you. Not only that, but when you have enemies that can use ranged attacks, sometimes you just need small movement. So that way they completely miss you, and you get to do your combos. A failure? Hold on, I'll read that a moment. I'll read that when I'm not about to die. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay, so that is correct. You are more restricted on the ground than in the air. So as good as dodging is in this game, you know, doing the perfect dodge and what have you, it's also good for ground movement. Just being able to quickly move out of the way. If, like a projectile user is about to attack you, or if you're surrounded by melee enemies, And one of them is about to slap you. It's good to just dodge before they even try. That way you keep up your combo. And you don't get slapped. It makes a lot more sense when you see it or do it in practice.
Did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
You are much safer in the air in this game. Kind of like in Kingdom Hearts 3, how you're actually safer in the air, as opposed to being on the ground.
You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares.
He's an absolute unit. Oh yeah, he is. If I'm not wrong.
Dravos won't forget what you did today.
Clive is the most powerful Final Fantasy protagonist.
There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
How's it going?
That's if the flood don't spread.
Thank you once again.
If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may
Ruka
be,
question, what's your favorite kind of nut?
Just the same.
I'm asking for scientific purposes.
It's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example,
you know,
no one sees the point.
You didn't have to leave Blackthorn.
As much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back
you could have
to
just
us,
said to your
Blackthorn.
boyfriend, listen,
Remind Dravos what a true master
there are some
blacksmith
things that
looks
you are
like.
better at than me.
I'll even man
So
those
we should
bellows
both
of
run
yours
this
if it means
village.
We can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Is it a gym badge? It's a gym badge.
This is
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make
Oh, I've
you
always so
a
happy to get these.
grander gift.
They are so useless as
Designs
items,
for a
but I love
certain
them.
sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engraving...
He's looking on like a proud dad.
Enough to make a jeweler
That's because he is
cry.
a proud dad.
And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Travorged in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know
He's got
what?
you there.
I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Don't the gym badges allow you to enter areas without being attacked? No, that they were literally useless. They literally do nothing. They sit in your inventory and they collect dust. But I love them anyway. We have 9 gym badges. None of them do anything. Oh wait, no, we have a. Should be a January 9th. It might be in the DLC. A lot of people would hard disagree and say like Cloud or Noctis. But you're inclined to agree. I don't think I can really say too much as to why I think Clive is the most powerful. But I suppose the game will show why in a bit.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Time to face the champion. What the champion in this case be Ultima.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I, trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this
It's
make
so
you
cool.
the greatest craftsman alive then?
This is the I think second.
Nah.
Best
This
sword.
was just following the footsteps
In the
of
base
great
game.
old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. but we're up for the
On
challenge.
normal mode, it's absolutely the best sword.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Oh, finally we leveled up. Man, the level progression gets so slow. The level cap, by the way, is 110. Just letting you guys know. Ragnarok. Can be upgraded.
What do you want?
We can upgrade that. To. Where is it? It's not the diamond sword. There it is. So. Base game. Normal mode. This is the best sword in the game. However, in Final Fantasy mode, which we're currently playing, this is only the second best sword. Okay. Only for the base game. True. Best sword in the entire game is right here. The Ultima weapon. It does require that we make the upgrade Ragnarok. And we have to get something else as well. You don't remember this upgrade. The Ultima weapon. You only get to make this if you're playing on Final Fantasy mode. It's the only way to get this weapon. The DLC for the base game adds in the Omega weapon. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Both the Reforged and Ultima. Again, that's only available in Final Fantasy mode. So the Omega weapon replaces Ragnarok. For the best sword in the game if you're only doing normal mode. However, the DLC also adds one more weapon. Have you finished, both DLCs and you go through Karos Gate? After you finish both DLCs, text-to-speech. Now I haven't done that. But the sword you get
Trouble with your gear, or...
is
So, what'll it be?
called Original Sin. I'm not going to show it off. I don't like it as much as Ultima. as 700 attack and 700 stagger. Ultima has that much. An original sin has 750 in each.
That it? Fine.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Not one critique I've seen for the game is that. You know, the weapon upgrades don't really do anything. Like it's just bigger numbers.
Lady Karen's.
Which, yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, that's kind of standard. For RPGs. Final Fantasy I had a few weapons that had, like, unique attributes. For the most part. All the weapons were like just the previous one, but better.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so.
You're just noticing that, yeah,
I was able to
Ultima
get most
is
of the
broken.
Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the
And it's why I don't really intend on doing the DLC right away.
I believe I have a solution.
Because
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are
the
possessed of a
DLC in
high
Final
fiery
Fantasy
temperament.
mode assumes you already have
Fire which
Ultima.
drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
You'll love how basically every weapon is man-made. I believe so. There is, however, exceptions. But that's more due to the DLC. In fact, I'm using one of those exceptions. So, when you go through Kairos Gate,
Oh, the stew's awfully thin these days.
you actually unlock glamours. I can't really show Kairos Gate right now. Hyros Gate. Kairos Gate. Thank you, text-to-speech. You can't really show it right now, but I can show the glowing versions of all the icon weapons is what you get from doing that extra mode. And you'll also get Original Sin. How you get that we'll talk about that some other time. Oh yeah, we also have the Buster Sword, the Onion Sword, and the Powdered Sword from Final Fantasy XIV. I said Paladin Sword. Text-to-speech does not like me today. But yeah, Ragnarok is the final crafted sword in the game. Or final man-made sword. Yeah. I know this was made to promote UH7 Rebirth. I don't really care for it. Okay, back to doing side quests. See Whispering Waters. His name is Carrot. Yeah, it's out of place in this game. So over here is where our friend is. I think I told you guys before we'd come back here.
Come on.
Like the onion sword and the paladin sword. Those make perfect sense. Those at least fit the aesthetic. But the Buster sword is incredibly out of place.
Be safe.
Hello, Carrot.
Just any more guys. Right then.
This one.
I parry that. No, I can't. Why did I try? Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, I have officially died.
Too slow. Get him.
And we're seeing a video a long time ago about how the Final Fantasy. How in Final Fantasy X the Buster Sword was in the game files. Showed footage of John using it. It was used as evidence to say that 10 and 7 were connected. Okay. Using cut content. To prove an argument. I've seen that before. When it comes to some other games. I think that's a very bad argument to use. Cut content is not confirmation of anything. Really, it's just proof that an idea was there previously. But it was ultimately scrapped. People trying to connect every Final Fantasy game. Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to connect Final Fantasy VII with every game. That's just not really possible. Every Final Fantasy game is its own universe. It's a connected. Like multiverse. If you've ever played Dissidia, for example. But that is not evidence that they all take place within the same world. And cut content is not evidence of something that exists. I don't know how many of you guys have played Persona 4. But there is cut content in that game that people try to use. Or people used to argue that a character is a specific way.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. No.
But that's not at all in the game. There is no way to access that within the parameters of the game. So therefore, there's no real connection. Or like that's just not canon. Like by that logic, you could say Toy Story is canon the Kingdom Hearts 2. Because you can find Buzz and Woody in the game files. Well, that's just not the case. Toy Story is not at all in the Kingdom Hearts 2. It's in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, there are models for Buzz and Woody in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil, how they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Another healing upgrade. But yeah, cut content is not canon. So it shouldn't be used to say one thing or another. Apart from, yeah, this is an idea they have.
Don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Personally,
Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders their roots.
I'm not saying this to be mean to anyone. If you like Final Fantasy VII, that's perfectly fine. There are a lot of things to like about Final Fantasy VII.
Covered in nicks and
Me
lumps,
personally,
a lot of 'em. It's a wonder they
I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's a bad game at all. But it is very much a product of its time. I have more to say about the 7 remake games. I don't particularly enjoy those.
Miss, can we
But
read
at the
the
same
paper story
time,
for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn.
I'm not like. I started with Final Fantasy X, right? That was my first ever Final Fantasy, you know, ignoring Kingdom Hearts. I feel
So,
Final Fantasy VII,
but she's still the fastest.
and, to some extent, Final Fantasy VIII, are not really good examples of what the entire series is like. Or what the entire series should be. Final Fantasy X was kind of like that bridge between the medieval fantasy and the sort of like. How do you describe it? This sort of like sci-fi kind of thing. I like that. I generally prefer the like medieval fantasy, high fantasy. When it comes to Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy VII. And, to an extent, Final Fantasy X. Aren't really like that. Not Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VIII. Now, again, I don't think they're bad games. I just don't think they really represent the entire series the best. Final Fantasy means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Hello. A lot of people grew up with Final Fantasy VII. That was like the Final Fantasy game. For a lot of people, that was the first one for them. I am not one of those people. I started with Final Fantasy X. Had 7. Trying to. Trying to go through my memory of like my history with Final Fantasy. I played a bit of Final Fantasy XIII. I didn't really vibe with it. Then there was. You know, Final Fantasy 15. And granted, I like that one more. Because it kind of stands out a little more.
Wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
But if I compare it to like all the other games, it is much lower. I like that. It tried to do something unique. Anyway, so.
So, she don't need sails or.
Then I went back to play the original Final Fantasy. Specifically the Game Boy version. And really enjoyed it. Oh wait, sometime in between there I played Final Fantasy IV. The PSP version. I liked Final Fantasy IV. Anyway. When you actually look at the series as whole. It's mainly medieval fantasy.
In the hands of Akashic.
Ah, Sid. Just the man.
Also has sci-fi elements.
Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Yeah, why not?
Right away, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this?
I still don't really like you.
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
All right, easy enough. Which Final Fantasy X got a chrome of what 7 got? Unfortunately, 7 is the most popular one. 7 and 14. I feel like in some respect. 14 is actually the most popular Final Fantasy game. But it's also kind of cheating because it's an MMO. Still, it's a Final Fantasy game.
straight home now.
Have I ever listened to the audio drama for Final Fantasy X? No, but I did hear. What was it? It was something like... There's a part where... of bomb balls next to John, Final Fantasy. And he thinks it's a sport ball. So he goes to kick it back and it just blows up. That's genuinely what I've heard. Was that the audio drama, or was that like some book or something? It's just bad writing, a lot of bad fan fiction writing. I take it I should probably not read it then, because it will probably make me mad. Like me specifically.
Now to find this spherical echo. This is
I feel like...
Right then. Just two more to find.
How do I put it? I feel like... there are definitely some Final Fantasy games that are kind of misunderstood. Would I say Final Fantasy XVI is one of them? Yeah, absolutely. I do absolutely think Final Fantasy XVI is one of the misunderstood Final Fantasy games. Not exactly what I meant to do there, but it works. Come to think of it, I kind of feel like it's mainly the Final Fantasy games made by this development team that are misunderstood. It also in some respect I think Final Fantasy X is misunderstood. Not to the same level as Final Fantasy XVI. But like with what's actually going on. I'm sure part of it is just like, you know, the English version. Being, you know, in early 2000s English dub. You know that. Absolutely caused some issues. Yeah, translation teams back then. You know, there was a lot of I'm going the wrong way.
Let's go.
There was a lot of issues when it came to like translations. Mind you, I personally wouldn't want to change anything. But like, technically speaking, we were getting entirely different games. In terms of like, you know, writing. It was a lot worse back then than how it is for you guys now. Not to say that's perfect, but translation is hard. It is not an easy job. That said, I need to beat up the balls first second. When I say Final Fantasy X is misunderstood, I'm mainly talking about the thing about the dream stuff, right? Because for a long time it was a theory that, oh, Final Fantasy X was all a dream. When no, that's not at all what was happening. I don't know where that theory comes from. But as I tried my best to explain when we played Final Fantasy X, it's not that it was all a dream. It's that the world was pretty much locked in a cycle. So that Yevon's dream can continue. Yeah, the cycle of death. Oh, that's a self-destruct. I want to get away from that. Where I feel.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his
Heal.
toes now.
Final Fantasy X did. Sort of. Hold on. The old Final Fantasy X did sort of show that. There was a cycle after cycle going on. Without directly telling us.
Sid.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Like I do think the game does spell it out. Just.
Good news or bad?
I don't know.
Good, thankfully. Here.
That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away! May I present to you the Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owen.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Easy. Every High Summoner death just happens to coincide with the calm, and then Sin just magically comes back. Yeah, it's extremely suspicious if you actually look at it. Oh wait, that's almost all the quests here. I thought there was more in the hideaway. I guess I was wrong. Hello, Anthony. We only got 4 side quests done.
Tried Molly's lemon tarts. I've never had any.
We've been here for 2 hours. Where I feel. This game is misunderstood. Since I'm talking about misunderstood Final Fantasy games, it's absolutely the combat. And I know I've said this 1,000 times. Why I'm streaming through this game to begin with. But genuinely, the combat is where the game is severely misunderstood. I pressed the wrong button, but that's fine. Like, look at this, we'll get everything I'm doing right now. You really wish 16 got more time in the sun. I do too. I think it comes down to more than just the training wheel stuff. I think there's just, for some reason, this. Want to? Not really. Engage with the game systems. Like, I just showed you guys a bunch of crazy stuff there, right? Is the build that I have been using for the past few streams, and I made this to interact with the systems in the game. I have. True, it wasn't released in the best moment. It very much released in a time where well, I'd still say people will find reasons to be unhappy with everything, but this was especially released in a time where people just wanted to find problems with everything. That said, how do I put it? I come from a very different position.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
The other thing is that people call this the next Devil May Cry, but not a lot of DMC players actually picked it up. I think it was pretty obvious that it would play similarly to Devil May Cry. Like from when I saw trailers. It was pretty obvious to me, right? And guess what? It plays like Devil May Cry. It's not one-to-one. But right, I'm stopping the gameplay for a moment just to get my thoughts out because honestly, like there's just too much to really talk about and I want to play the game itself. But I do think it's important to say what I want to say. I know a lot of you guys probably just a lot of you guys who are subscribed, a lot of you guys who watch these streams well, you probably don't even watch these ones. You guys are probably mainly for Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV. Or Tomodachi Life. And you know, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And you know, I understand that. A lot of you are probably still students. You're probably in college or some kind of schooling. And you know, it's its finals month, it's what have you. So I know a lot of you probably aren't going to hear what I am about to say. A lot of you probably don't care that I am playing this game. But a lot of the things that I play, I stream, on some level means something to me. You know, for the most part I'm just playing things that I like. Is really the best way I can put it. I just play the things that I like. Or, you know, I just play whatever I think would be funny. You know what, let me switch off the game for a moment. Let me switch off the game and put on the music really quick. I don't want it to be super loud. There's a serious talk time. So. You know, a lot of the things that I play, it's just stuff that's in my collection. Stuff that I like, what have you. Stuff that I want to show to you guys. And you know, also show off, but that's kind of given. Of course, Final Fantasy XVI is one of those games. And it is in fact one of my favorite games of all time. I don't think it's a perfect game. I can understand the criticism of the side quests being very MMO-like. That doesn't personally bother me because, you know, I grew up with my mom playing World of Warcraft, which still exists somehow in 2101. And I know I said before that really you shouldn't care about what other people say about the things that you like. Like you shouldn't seek validation or liking things. Like if you like something, you can just go ahead and like it. Like, who cares? Who cares what? Burgerbeard, 67, has to say. If any of you say 6 to 7 I am going to be upset. But how do I put it? I feel like because of how negative people are these days, and how much social media feeds off of negativity. And that's not like something people make up. It's pretty much a fact. That social media thrives off of negativity because that's what keeps you on social media. It's very draining to just share The same things over and over again. About something you like. Especially if it's not even true. It's an extremely exhausting thing. So, you know, looking at Final Fantasy XVI. You know, a lot of people say, oh, the combat is shallow. You can just use Diamond Dust and Gigaflare and be everything. Or you know, they say, like, you know, the pacing in the final third of the game is really bad. Or it's not a Final Fantasy because there's barely any RPG elements. Or there's no elemental weaknesses. A lot of these things I feel are just. They're subjective for one. And two. They're just kind of plain wrong. Like, I've gone on about 4. How? Just loading up on big attacks. Or just using those 2 abilities Gigaflare and Diamond Dust. It doesn't lead to good gameplay. For yourself. And this is more so an issue with the game not really shaming you for how you play. Devil May Cry, for example. Devil May Cry shames you. It shames you for when you play poorly. This game doesn't really do that. If you know. If you're just playing through the story, not doing the arcade mode. And frankly, the normal mode arcade mode is very forgiving. Style isn't the true end goal. I mean it is if you do the arcade mode. But, you know, some people will probably look at that and think there isn't really any benefit. Except there actually is, but we'll get to that later. So, have any of you guys played Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Or Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow? Maybe even Bloodstained? Have you guys played those games? Absolutely. It's classic, like everyone knows. Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Well, those games are technically RPGs. Except the RPG part doesn't actually matter. Here's the truth about those games. And it also applies to things like Dark Souls. Somewhat. Your actual numbers don't matter. I mean, they do to an extent. What matters the most is your skill as the player. So since I use Dark Souls as an example, when I play Dark Souls, I only level 3 stats. Those being health, stamina, and whatever my attack stat happens to be. Do you guys know why I do that? It is technically min-maxing, I guess. It's nice and simple, but quite competent. It's genuinely all you need. That's all you need to do. All you need to do is just level up those 3 stats. Because what matters more in Dark Souls is your skill as a player. You can have the highest, you're going to have the highest level possible. You can have the highest level possible. And you can. You can have like the best equipment ever. And you could be on New Game Plus 7. You know, the highest possible difficulty in Dark Souls. But if you're bad at the game, you're just not going to have fun. If you're just playing bad at the game, so those numbers don't really matter. Those numbers exist to boost your skill. The same goes for the RPG Castlevania games. And the same goes for Final Fantasy XVI. Like you guys saw that I managed to be a level 95 boss at level 70. It was never really about the numbers, it's just that I'm able to do that. As a player. Clive's level was 70. But in sort of like a corny way to put this, my level was 110. Like I'm already very experienced with the game, so I already know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll still screw up. I'm not perfect at the game. And I wouldn't have put nearly 400 hours into this game if I didn't like it. I know that's kind of an argument for people who, hate things. Saying, oh, I wouldn't have put in this much time if I didn't hate it. Or if I did hate it, I should say. But, I'm saying that because clearly this thing is providing something of value to me. And it can be hard. It can be hard to see the same things rehashed over and over and over. The game has shallow combat. You only really need to use 2 things. And people who didn't really want to. Can I say this? Who didn't truly want to engage with the game and what it has to offer. It is infuriating that people like that can control the conversation. And I'm sure you guys have your own grievances that are like that. About people who either don't understand or don't want to. Controlling the conversation something. A lot of people treat it basically purely as a story and not a game as well. Yeah. I know there's the larger debate over what is and it isn't a Final Fantasy game. And we've already talked about that, how that is a frankly pointless argument. Like Final Fantasy XVI is like a Final Fantasy game. They just decided they wanted to do something different with it. A lot of people got mad that it wasn't turn-based. When it's just like, you should have been mad ages ago. He should have been mad when Final Fantasy 15 was just a weird action thing. Stats barely matter in that game too. But you don't really see anyone talking about that. Yeah, you're 5 years too late for that conversation. More than that, actually. Anyway, I know you guys probably don't care at the end of the day. Probably don't care about what I'm saying at all. You are using me as second monitor content. Third monitor? Really? But this game means something to me. All the stuff that I play on some level means something to me. I don't know where to continue with that. I think we can go back to side questing.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel.
I should clip it.
Revenge really the answer?
I don't know.
It is the one I found. And
I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But...
And like I said, I know you guys probably don't care
children,
about this game.
the elderly, bearers
So
afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Goodbye, Quentin. I never liked you.
To Gotan's Bales, then. And quickly, before anyone else finds them.
I know that's a bit of a hard right turn, after everything I was talking about. But I still don't like him.
Good girl.
Faster!
I can walk from here. Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
Hey, this is YouTube. You can't say
Just
that.
come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing.
What did I just
If I don't
say?
get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east.
YouTube
through
is
the
going to
woods.
annihilate this
Heaven
scout.
all, he calls it.
I'm sorry to say.
Promise
You're
us
not
you'll do
along
what
for this
you
world.
can.
Goodbye, Scout. Where are we going? Oh my god, you want me to go all the way over there? Game. Teleports at the wrong place. What the?
Girl.
Hello.
Safe.
That is a scary, mean kitty. Easy. And where am I supposed to go? Think through that little gate there. Right after this, we'll probably do one more side quest and all it there.
Too late.
There's a... There are too many side quests right now.
Quentin, are you all right?
It'll probably take another stream to get through them all.
But I am alive.
Well, I could go for longer.
Say for my comrades.
Try to get through.
They followed me
as many as I can today.
All the way here. And they died. For nothing.
Thanks for all the side quest effort. It won't end. Oh, another mean kitty.
Quentin, I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. It's a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
I don't know why I thought I could parry that. It's surprising how many side quests are in the game. And we haven't even gotten to the DLC yet. There's even more once we get there. You know what would have been funny? If Virgil was included for this game. What do you mean I'm Virgil? I'm Virgil. I have the judgment cuts. See that? Oh, Chaos Man, Jack. That would have been so funny, yeah.
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but...
Life is revenge healthy while Quentin is revenge unhealthy. At least with Clive.
What?
Oh God. With Clive, he wasn't really getting anyone else like thrown in harm's way.
Lost wing. My lost wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool.
Damn it.
It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick.
Surprised he was able to push back in Akashic. Maybe he's stronger than he looks. I mean, he did manage to butcher that one guy. They're just slightly stronger zombies. True. Actually, we don't. They don't really state how strong they are. We do know zombies don't exist in this world. There is that. These specific ones are already dead though. Listen, don't worry about it. Oh, hello. Okay, who's healing? You.
Well done, Torgal.
All right.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He has
hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
You remember the book, right? There was an old woman who helped a bunch of people get away from this flood before she passed on.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and I prayed.
Yeah,
and
you can just make a new home.
There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
Then a cold man defeated by friendship.
Permit me to withdraw my request.
No, something more powerful.
I will no longer be needing your help in
Family.
looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
Should I mention I've never
saved
seen
my
a single
life
Fast and
twice over.
Furious movie?
And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
It's a story about family, and that's what makes it so powerful. After like the third one, the movies went downhill. Isn't there like 10 of them? 10 or 11? How many Fast and Furious movies are there?
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Those things I said before.
Yeah, there has to be at least 10 of them.
soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire.
But if you just...
comrades swore to serve, and to improve the...
What if you just, like, kicked him?
The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an
And say,
occasional
look,
trip to the
he's
Vale to help
stinky.
them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke...
He doesn't have any real
offers them
power.
a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. If it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Oh, what the hell are we supposed to say?
Thank you, Clive.
Hey, look at me.
Tell me then.
I'm the outlaw that everyone
Will I
hates.
find this Duke of Oriflamme?
You should stop doing what you're doing.
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
I remember. Did we ever see that? I think it's mentioned in the book. I remember there was some, some bureaucrat that was actually trying to aid people.
Sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Dude wants to land during the end of the world yet?
Putting the empire before
Maybe save this for another time.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens
Clive was just like, nope. I'm not the only with that.
Think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
I can see the logic behind it, right?
Sabine, you are embarrassing.
It's kind of stupid, but I can see the logic. He's just trying to consolidate the city. Or the town, I guess. And the castle. That if you recall. We previously went through and killed a lot of people. But this isn't really the best time for that.
You needn't fret.
Buy low, sell high. Yup.
There were ghosts at the gates not days
Also,
ago, and
how's
now
it going,
you have us
Norm?
believe they're just gone.
Your name is Norm now. Norman Osborn. It's the logic of a man who doesn't know how life truly is for the poorer people. Exactly.
What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Yeah, people don't really like him. I can't say I blame them.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Why, you storm is...
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, only for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough.
A thought.
What about the soldiers?
Why couldn't he just say hey? We should probably get that castle. Or maybe even say to everyone it might be better if we go to the castle. Well, then again, it's not like they know what's between the town and the castle. You know what, never mind. Like you do you really need to take the town first?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Very helpful, Mr. Town Person. I think that's his name. I don't think it's just like generic NPC name. I think that's just his actual name.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I can really argue with that.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Yeah, pretty big divide.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
Just don't do anything brash, please.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Civil War, here we go. Yay. Which she had an auto-presser for buttons. You could set up a macro, didn't you?
Clive, how did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers,
Is Isabel
are
worth
content
it?
to follow their orders.
She really...
Not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect
I mean maybe.
I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
You changed your armor.
Along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Can you set up macros on a controller?
Because I
No,
realize what really
but...
matters to me. Not
Maybe
following
you could
some
do something to make your...
orders for the sake of it.
Wait,
but
are you
protecting
playing
what
on
I care
PC?
about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it.
Okay, never
It
mind.
was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I feel there's something going on there.
Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief...
I feel there's something going on between those two.
joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then...
Yeah, you guys are seeing it too, aren't you? Okay, I don't think we have to come back here until later. So we can do one more side quest. Oh wait, there's a new hunt available. Her dress is cool.
Covered in nicks
I mean,
and lumps
yeah,
that
I
are
guess it is.
It's a wonder they can still walk.
Maybe. It's entirely possible, yeah. Oh, I know this one.
How may I help you
Okay,
today,
I'm going to do this hunt and then we'll do one more side quest.
You earned this.
And we've almost gotten all of the things from the Whisper. We're actually really close to filling out everything.
Come again. I may have more for you.
We actually have a lot of ability points now. If I wanted, I could try to start getting some of the flames of rebirth and such. The sooner I can master all of those, the better. That way we have access to absolutely everything. Alright, so I want to head to Lost Wing and take care of that hunt. Yet for the most part, the side quests have been good. Let me just make sure I'm going the right way. Because I always get turned around here. Supposed to go into the church. Where is the church? Up there, I think. Supposed to go in there. And if you guys remember, like at the very beginning of the game, there's that secret path. We need to head down here. Go through the cellular pathway. The cellular pathway, that's totally what I said. Like we haven't done this since the very beginning. And there's our next hunt. It's a cannon guy. I hate the cannon guys.
Let me and my mortar purge them of their sting.
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
I wonder if I can carry that. No, I can't. It just kills me.
Your work here is done.
I really hate those enemies. I don't know why I always struggle with them. I think it's just because they're slow and hard-hitting. Sometimes it's kind of hard to read what they're doing. Alright, back to the hideaway. To fully heal without any items. At least I showed him a thing or three. Then we head to, I guess, the rest. We haven't really been there in a minute. Hi, Martha.
Clive. Just a man
How's
I
it
was hoping
going?
to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
We just send them all to the hideaway, clearly.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened.
Oh God, yeah.
If any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was
Oh,
once home to
absolutely.
people I
Let's do
loved.
it.
I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
Okay, so here's my idea. You guys throw me at the bandits. And then they die.
Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
This has worked several times before.
Crossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have
Hello,
plans to
Akai.
free
How's it
Eastpool
going?
and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
Just got home. Oh, welcome home.
I agreed to help you win it back.
You're here just in
That's
time.
very kind of you.
I have to
I'd be
slap
most
some
grateful
bandits.
if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there, and may victory await our coming.
Can I teleport there? I actually forget. Oh, I can. Thank you. Oh god, I would have hated having to run all the way over there. Hello, it's me. The person who's going to style all over you.
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences.
Where's that caster? Healing is illegal actually. Actually, you know what? No, keep healing them. Keep healing them, see what happens. We love fast traveling, absolutely. We also love judgment.
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not.
Hello.
What's that thing doing here?
Look, it's the leader of the bandits. 2 scoops. The wobbler. Okay, can't parry that. I can parry the bite.
Not good.
I see. Is this Rosario's new form of torture? Continuous healing while getting comboed maybe. You should. I had one more scoop. Close enough text-to-speech.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were.
Isn't that a
Put
Final
down more than
Fantasy
a few
X
on the
black
road,
slime?
Then arrived just in time to see
Maybe.
you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Want to switch the hand of thing where you could collect the resources and send them out. Listen. He played Xenoblade Chronicles. If you've played that. No, you don't want that.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade
Just
told
trust
you
me on
guarded
that.
the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but they're
You think
working
that's the
from
extreme
there.
version?
So the way I see it,
Probably,
neither is
but-
mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready.
I am
provided.
inherently distrustful of city rebuilding things.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Oh, look at that. There's more. But I think we'll do that another time. Martha and Wade absolutely have something going on. Oh yeah. Absolutely, and I support it. This is what happens when you skip out on some side quests. You end up having to do them all in very large bulks. Do them all in very large bulks. But that don't have to be it for today. Before we go, I just kind of want to see what ultimate abilities we can unlock at this point. Or like fully level up. I'm going at this by how much they cost. It's fun seeing all the side quest content. Well, next time. There's going to be more side quest content probably. We can never escape. Side quests are eternal. Okay, we could actually get a good few of them. Okay. Has to for the blacksmith quests. True. In order to get the best equipment in the game. So tomorrow we'll be continuing Final Fantasy XIV. You know, same time 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. And I'm gonna go have one. And I'm going to go have lunch. Thank you, text-to-speech. So thank you all for joining me today. And stay foxy, everybody. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you all tomorrow.